Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dylan.
I'm Elle.
And we both love soup. All righty. We just got back from an escape room.
A really good one.
Yes.
Really very nice and bright. Lights
day,
on.
This was a Dylan planned day.
Yeah,
I was
very well.
hell-bent on not having this weekend fritter away. And as part of the not frittering away, I just set out to just plan. And so I found an escape room that was highly rated on Morty. By the way, if you do escape rooms, there's an app called Morty. And I believe it's a national thing. It's at least certainly for California. And it ranks all the escape rooms.
And this was really highly ranked.
And this one was highly ranked. And it's
For good
not
reason.
like Yelp. It's not where they're selling and then the ratings get high. These are true user input ratings. And then through the app, you click. And because I think the way they make their money is then when people click, they Morty might get a cut of the booking fee. And this wasn't the most expensive one we've ever booked either. It was $35 a person with all the service fees and
Which
taxes.
to me that's a good price point for an escape room. $35 worth of an hour's entertainment. I'm good with that. We have another one that's like
45.
Or
The Red Doors.
Isn't it more than that? I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, I think with the service fees.
Yeah.
But so it was
Anyway.
a little bit of a drive, but we took your electric car.
And we went to
Then after our victory, we made it out in 2 minutes to spare. Once again, there was one puzzle that I just got to call a little bit of shame on them. Was just even
just
in the
stupid.
best.
It was just the way it was set up was
They
dumb.
added a level of complexity that just was stupid. Another one was
Or we overthought it. I don't know.
us. I think
just not paying attention.
Yeah, they had to put this.
Yeah. Anyway.
So per usual, there was always one like, oh man, you think after 20 some games
That we would be better at this.
Finally
Yeah.
have done that, but no. But I loved it. It was light and bright, great theming. The girl gamekeepers were on top of it when I asked a clue. They
were
had
awesome,
it.
yeah.
A lot of times you could
Ooh,
tell.
did
those
we
people-
tip them? I forgot.
I did.
Oh, good. Okay.
Through the Venmo. And so we really liked it. And they have a second one that we're going to go back for, I think.
Yeah.
We'll bring Zack because it's a lot harder. But the nice thing is that a really good brewery is right down the street, and it's called White Labs. It's actually famous because they were chemists who
Well, that's where 90% of the breweries in the country
Get their yeast.
My brother brews beer, and he actually gets his from White Labs as well. So,
So we stopped at White Labs, had some nibblies, had some good beer, brought Zack back.
which is what he's enjoying now.
Growler of, what would I get you? Double Bock.
Double Bock.
So
growler
I would say
needs a jumpy.
that was a good day because it was kind of overcast. Weather-wise, yesterday,
You didn't get
today
my Fargo joke.
what's that?
The growler needs a jumpy.
Oh,
Little Fargo joke.
So good.
Sorry.
Fargo, so
I just
good.
rewatched that the other night. All right, continue. Sorry. I wanted you to
The
hear my
weather's been
joke.
crap these couple days, and we're about to get some epically good weather. So we thought, all right, it's been like drizzly and chill. I mean, I was wearing a winter coat.
Yeah, I was
this morning.
puffy coated out
And I'm
today.
wearing a sweater. So be looking forward to the warmer weather and getting back into our regular pickleball with our friend who was an accountant who has been working like crazy and is now just going to go back to part-time and be able to play pickleball again.
Yay.
Yay. And of course, I can't go an episode without shout out to my Eagles, Sunny and Gizmo, and Jackie and Shadow. The baby eagles, you can say, are
They
not
are
babies.
huge. They are like the size of
You
a cat.
might, if the,
Or
weren't for
a
the
small
not
dog.
white head, you would say
That's
those
a
eagles
full-size
are
eagle.
almost full size. I mean, they
Yeah.
stand next to their mom and dad. So they've only got a couple more weeks before they'll fledge, and then they'll stick around for a little bit, and then they'll be gone.
It'll be cool to see them fly. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to.
They're doing the little dances in the
Like
nest where they
stretching their
hop
wings
up
out?
and they try to get a little bit of flight. They are eating on their own, where Shadow just drops the food in the nest, and they're doing the stand and rip. So they're thriving.
You watch it every day, and I've been watching it like once a
Hours
week.
a day.
Yeah, you watch it all the time. They have it on their TV downstairs all the time, and I just sort of once a week or so pop in. So it's really different for me. Like they grow huge amounts in a week. Like it's crazy. I'll go on and it'll be like little puffballs, and then the next week they're
Bigger than cats.
They're huge birds. Yeah.
So they're thriving, and it also means that the two eagles are getting along so well because in the beginning, the odds of really only one making it. The one died early on from exposure, and then there was all the naturalists were saying, brace yourselves, guys, there's going to be one of the eagles is going to kill the other one. It happens like 50% of the time, and it's a dominance thing. It's going to happen. They either shove them out of the nest or they peck them to death.
And the fact that they're both almost old enough to fly and they haven't killed each other yet.
And
is a
they're
good sign.
3 days apart because it would have happened fairly early on when the one was so much bigger than the other. And they truly seem like buddies. They sit together. They don't fight over food.
So here's a question: because one is a boy and one is a girl, would they mate each other, or is that just a gross prospect?
I don't. In the animal kingdom, the whole
That's-
incest
yeah,
thing is
incest
the
doesn't
lines blur a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think so. I think they're going to go
Somebody
their own
needs
way.
to ask that question
There's the
on the
chat.
little
I'll
chat.
throw it out in the chat next time I'm in on the chat. There's a chat twice a day.
Yeah.
But the people in the chat are now giving it, like an 80-90% chance that that both of them are going to fledge, and
Good
that
deal.
there's not going to be any murder in the nest.
Yeah.
And they're even almost to the size where if something a mishap happened, that they could survive it. So pretty exciting stuff. Unlike that one eagle's nest on the East Coast where a big storm came, the whole nest blew out and the babies died. Whole nest, and it's on camera.
I know you kept watching so enraptured. Is that the right word? Almost. Anyway, you kept watching it so much. I was like, you are going to watch something happen, and I was worried that you would watch something happen.
I know.
It's one of the reasons I quit watching. It's like I don't.
It was
wanna
pretty
see
dicey
anything.
there, I will say, especially when the one eagle died.
And they did have some high winds too when that nest was.
Well, that
shaking,
nest
so-
is a legacy nest. It's been there like 10 years. They say it weighs like over a ton.
The nest.
That nest, if you were to look,
Wow.
you have to look at one of the faraway cameras. There's a whole YouTube video, of course, YouTube.
We were
that
going to go.
shows
We were
the-
going to go up there and look, and we actually could figure out on the map sort of where it was. And then she did a little more research and found out that the trails leading up to it are all closed anyway for that reason.
their
so
safety.
we can't do what we.
But the YouTube
wanted to
talked
do.
about the evolution of the nest and over the years and how it goes way down almost like a funnel into that top of that tree. And it is, there's no
dense.
way it's going anywhere.
It's dense.
It is a serious fortified nest, whereas the other one that blew away was a newer one. So Jackie and Shadow and their eaglets are thriving. I hate their names.
Yeah,
but
I do too.
Whatever. Sunny and Gizmo. Blah. Whatever. So
This was funny. So
This next time,
where
yeah.
were we driving to?
we went. Where were we?
Was it on the way back from the cottages?
Yes. I
Okay,
think it
so
was.
we drove. We had a wonderful trip to the coastal cottages last weekend, 2 weekends ago.
weekends
whenever
ago.
it was.
Check out the cottage I've got rented for September.
And so we're driving back, and the boys start talking about, because Ed always has prostate problems, and he had been scheduled to go to the prostate
his
guy.
follow up from his previous surgeries and getting his PSA
And
numbers.
So then we're listening in, and we're just giggling, and Dylan and I are sitting in the back seats, and they're sitting in the front, and we're just giggling because they're like talking about comparison. Oh, Casey had to pee. We stopped to pee.
And that's unusual. Normally it's Elle who makes
Yes,
us have
I
to
am the one
stop.
that
So we had a
always has to
long car ride, and Casey was getting antsy about peeing, which was so out
Very
of the norm.
unusual, yeah. But then so he comes out and he's like, I just don't have that velocity that I used to. Used to be able to, you could stand well away from the urinal and still reach the urinal. And they're like having this whole conversation about.
And now it's opened up. Every time they go pee, they look at
The
each other
competition.
to get a assessment of the stream.
Yes.
So we have reached the stage in their lives where comparing their streams is normal conversation.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Zack, this is what you have to look forward to in
things
your
you have
50s.
to look forward to.
So it just made us laugh, especially Casey, because Casey keeps things really close to the
Yeah,
vest.
he doesn't really talk
So when
about
he
things
opened
like
up
that.
about that, of course, Ed is the master of stream problems, and Miranda's experienced living with him when he can't.
It was just, yeah, I mean, even I'm pretty well aware of Ed's stream
Yeah.
issues. So, it was just really funny to hear the two of them. And then it was like a competition.
know,
I
but-
think I could reach a target that was, XYZ far
They're gonna-
away. Like, that was really funny.
Well,
They were-
I was thinking about doing. I wish now no ordering Temu because of tariffs, but they sell these things when you're potty training boys. That
Oh,
are
that with the little
targets.
target. Yeah, that
I
would
feel
be
like we
pretty
need to
funny.
get the boys
For
targets.
Christmas, maybe.
Yeah, as a
Little
gag
targets.
gift. Little pee-pee targets.
Okay.
I gotta pimp out a Netflix show that it's actually I think 4-part series. The show Adolescence. If this doesn't win every freaking Emmy, I don't know what should. It's incredibly depressing. It's based on a true story, but what they did is it's not based on an individual true story. It's based on 3 very similar incidents that happened in England like this, that they kind of merged elements from each of them. Very depressing. Don't want to give away a lot of it, but it has to deal with like teenage kids, young kids, middle schoolers, toxic masculinity, misogyny, bullying, and just the negative impact of social media.
All the joyful things.
All the joyful. But the other amazing thing about it, besides the writing and the acting, was the cinematography. So each episode is shot in one continuous
take.
shot.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? And think about what has to happen as you watch it. Because at first, unless someone tells you that that's what's happening, you can't put your finger on it, but you feel fully immersed in like you're there. You're there in the police station. You're there at their kitchen table. And then when someone says, by the way, look at that. That's all one shot.
Yeah.
They had to hit it. And
all the actors have to hit every line, and every lighting person, every mic person, everything has to be on in order for that to make it in one take.
So,
we don't have Netflix, so I can't watch it, but
eventually
we'll get Netflix.
Have you seen it yet, Miranda?
Yeah.
What did you
like
think
it?
of it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, okay.
But, oh my God, so depressing.
Yeah. I mean,
Like if you had a child that age right now, wouldn't you as a parent be freaking out? Like how does a parent not know that? And then to see, because it seemed pretty realistic, you're like, wow, those weren't bad people. Those weren't bad parents.
I think they should have done a better job explaining the relationship between the boy and the dad. Because then the obvious answer is, the kid wouldn't tell you the truth about anything.
Yeah.
But they didn't really dig into that. And so you
the
made
fact
the
that
assumption that they had a bad relationship.
Yeah.
But then I think in the end...
But it wasn't bad. I mean, you think, at least when you hear about these kids who, the clock tower kids, right, that go to shoot up a school or whatever, you always think, oh my God, that started at home. So much the parents' fault, yada, yada. There's going to be so many obvious signs. The fact that these weren't bad people. They weren't the parents of the year.
No, but they made it seem like he had a bad relationship, and so you kind of go along with it. Oh yeah, he had a bad relationship with his dad. That's why he did it.
But the dad didn't beat him.
Exactly.
It wasn't
That's what I'm saying. They should have done a
things.
better job of, before diving into the story, shown that
These are just ordinary parents.
yeah, this is a very ordinary family, and but instead the dad seemed aggressive. The dad had that personality where the son didn't feel comfortable.
Maybe
but
they
he
were
did.
trying purposefully to show that this can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah, that's what it leaves you with is it's not black and white and something so egregious like this can happen, and it's chilling, and you're gonna love watching it. One more other random thing. So last week we talked about
Random Thoughts. by
Random
Dylan
thoughts.
Schultz.
This is very random all over the place. We talked last time about some of our favorite recent purchases. One that I didn't pimp out then that I am just going to pimp out right now because one, it's on sale for 30% off. And you know me, I can't resist a good bargain. I bought one for Zack. I have one for myself. I just ordered one for Miranda. Is, in my opinion, the greatest quilt I have ever had. I normally have a duvet and a quilt, and I switch the duvets out, and that can be a bit of a pain in the butt sometimes as it shifts. But this quilt from Sunday Citizen is the company. It's not cheap. That's why 30%, yay. But it is phenomenal. It's bamboo. It simultaneously warms you while cooling you.
I like
it's
bamboo.
Beautiful. It's puffy like a marshmallow.
But you
Check
can
it out.
You can fit it into your washer. Because that's my thing.
Stella peed on Zach's this morning, and he washed it.
I don't like top sheets, so I sleep under my duvet with no sheet,
So
which
you
means
wash,
I have
wash
to
it.
wash my thing all the time.
He's washed his
especially given the sweats. It's the
3
sweat
times. I wash mine once a week because I have dogs who sleep with me. Highly recommend it. I think the king size is normally like $350, $400, but with the 30% off, it's amazing. They have a whole bunch of other bedding and other style quilts, but this is the like baffled. You'll see it if you look on the site. You'll see it. It looks like little marshmallow puffs.
Nice.
Oh, love this quilt. Everyone should buy this quilt. Miranda and I, last weekend was rainy too, and Miranda and I did kind of a fun day of I'd say shopping small.
That was last weekend.
That was last
That
weekend.
felt like 4
I
weeks
didn't get
ago.
invited. I was very upset that I didn't.
It was very impromptu. It was
Well, it
quite
started
I
literally-
keep hearing that.
It started with Miranda ran a 10K in the morning, and it was
Yeah, it
Odar
was the
30
wine
to
country
go
10K.
run this. So we got up at 6:30.
First of all, she texted me the night before at 7:30 saying,
And said,
"You
"Hey,
should
you
run
should
this
run this
tomorrow
10K."
so I can cheer you on." And I said, "Bet." And we showed up less than 12 hours later and did it. So
And you did. And the weather in the morning for the 10K was beautiful.
I
and
heard
then
you
it
kicked
went-
ass.
no, not good enough though.
I know. Well, because you're a perfectionist. But I heard you kicked ass.
It was fun. It was a hard course. The
Was it?
way the hills were set up, crushed your soul. Right as you caught your breath, higher hill, steeper hill. Oh my God, it was fine.
So you finished what, 4th overall for women?
Yeah, first in my age class.
First in it.
I was the only one in my age class.
I was going to say, how can you not think that's great? But
I would have loved to had competition. Then I would feel proud, but
There were a lot of women there, but a lot of them, they skewed older.
they did,
Like the fastest woman was actually in their mid-40s, I think.
I would say because it's the wine country run, and who's going to know about the wine country run?
Well,
Old
it's
people.
just like
There's
the
a lot of
14th
it was, like,
annual. It's a long time.
decent.
Miranda ran it when she was young.
Oh.
Yeah.
She ran the 1 mile with her friends back in soccer days.
But it was fun.
She beat Brett by a lot.
Oh, I beat Brett every time.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah.
Poor guy.
You're a collegiate soccer player,
Yeah.
man.
You know what Brett can beat me in? Pull-ups.
so Miranda's training for her half marathon and her Spartan, and you had a rude awakening yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah. I know I don't have like large muscles, but I know how to do a pull-up. I know what it feels like to do a pull-up because of college and such. We literally had pull-up tests and stuff. But I tried it. Just, I don't know, I had a feeling. I was like, I should double check that I can do this before, because it's May 3rd. The Spartan is on the June 1st, technically.
Yeah.
I couldn't even, even dangle. And then I was like, well, let me do the monkey bars. Couldn't even do the monkey bars. And it was
I still find that hard to believe.
disheartening. Me too.
Yeah,
Because I haven't not been working out. I've just been Pelotoning. It's all legs.
Yeah.
I can go on a 13-mile run right now and do just fine. But I have no really
Well, you got 3
core
weeks to
and
figure it
upper
out.
arm. Yeah. So I've been down twice. So I'm going to go every day for the next 3 weeks.
And
Do
hope
my
for the
little
best,
pull-ups,
so she
my
doesn't
assisted pull-ups.
DNF. But yeah, so that day, the weekend started off. She was done with her. They were done with their event
Early.
and we got to IHOP by 8 a.m. Had IHOP, and then you have a work trip coming up, and we're like, it's raining, yucky. I'm like, do you want to go do a little shopping small today? Hit a couple of the local stores, and so Brett went off and did his own thing, and Miranda and I proceeded to go to all the little small businesses for things. We went to Nectar.
I have to say, Temecula has some really great little stores.
We went to Under the Willow. We went
And then Old Town
bookstore. The bookstore. Oh,
Yeah.
we've talked about it in the last one. An actual bookstore opened in what used to be a little wine bar, and it's a physical bookstore, tiny little thing. And we went, and on that Saturday they had rotating local authors. So we went in and we bought books from local authors. And cute, adorable bookstore. It was crowded, which we loved, but I still feel like they needed to have coffee or a better place to sit or nibblies to get people to keep coming back.
You said they are planning on doing
blanket
class and things like that, which is good, but something on the regular that you would want to go in there and do. I like book club idea. I think that's
they have a book club. We might want to try one of the book clubs.
Yeah.
One of them's in the morning, and I think the other's later in the evening, so I'll have to figure it out. But we bought from a local author, and we both decided that day we'd read the book. So she wrote 2 books, and we bought those, and she read the one, I read the other, and we read it in one day.
I think I got the better one.
And then we swapped. Mine was pretty softball-y. Met a guy on the cruise, yada yada. Not particularly well written. Her cover art was atrocious.
Photoshopped ship.
You have to see
literally,
that.
it looks like a sticker.
It looks like someone put a sticker on.
Yeah.
God love her. But now the other author, I want to show you the other. I haven't
yet.
started the Scottish one. I think is much better written. You can tell it's more professional. But yeah, we sat and talked to them, and they gave us stickers, and it was nice. I mean, they did something. We're sitting here saying, "Oh man, we need to write a book." They did it.
Yeah,
they didn't do it well, but they did it, which is way ahead of us not having done it.
Yeah,
I just was looking at them, and I think I asked one of them this. I was like, "How does it feel to be sitting right here with all your books printed?" And she's like, "Yeah, they just got printed." She was like 2 days ago. And I'm like,
did they self-publish or were they?
I think they were self-published.
I think
the one that I read at least was self-published.
Yeah, the one with the
other one
floating
with the
ship.
Pretty.
The Scottish. Oh, have you even
flower.
read the? So
No.
the other one wrote modern Jane Austen. So Miranda's got Pride and Prejudice done modern, and I've got
That's kind of a neat
Persuasion
idea.
done modern.
Oh, I would
so
like to read
we'll
those.
swap
Beautiful
those
cover
together.
art.
I can't read regular books, so
These are pretty big print.
have you seen how big my print is on my Kindle?
Where's some magnifiers?
I don't know.
Anyway, it was
Some
fun.
cute
So and it
magnifiers.
was drizzly, and then we ran over to the coffee shop and had a crepe and some tea. Then we went to the antique store, and Miranda had never been to one of these little antique where they have all the little,
well laid out. Yeah.
you know,
Really
stalls.
fun little stalls. Yeah.
Yes,
You got a really cool ring. From
I
one
found
of those
another
stores.
really cool jade ring that I told Miranda to tell Ed for Mother's Day. I would love this beautiful
You don't
antique
think it'll be
jade.
gone by then?
No, not
The
these
way that
antique
things are
stores
They
sit
just
there forever.
sit there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you saw where that ring was in the back cabinet. Probably still there, but it was a beautiful jade ring.
I would argue that you and Zach should buy it. Not Ed's not your mother, as as tells you every year for Mother's Day.
Yes,
Ed
he
is
does.
not your mother.
Well, I somewhat, since the impromptu day was truly, it was almost like somebody wrote it for Dylan.
I did
Didn't
say,
even
I go, that
mean
was
it
my best Mother's
the
Day ever.
crepes, the books, the everything. I was like, can I submit this as my Mother's Day?
I know, and I said you can.
But no, I also have a gift, but I did handmade a gift again. So
And then we bought some clothes for she's a country type wedding coming up. We bought this denim bustier type thing
She's a little
that
bit
I got stuck in it in the
Miranda, because she didn't
dressing room.
realize it had a zipper.
It had a zipper.
Oh, you just shoved it, pulled it up.
No, I pulled it over my head, corseted my arms above
got
my head.
stuck.
So I literally was in there like, oh no. And then I looked at the side and there was a zipper. So then I like unzipped it, pulled it down. I think I did rip it. And then
was
we were like,
slightly
oh
messy.
man, it's ripped. Bummer.
Can I have another one?
And we took it off the mannequin. And she's like, all right, dress it with something else. I'm like, sorry.
So we got that. We got a couple good pieces you liked, right?
Yeah. But we didn't ball out. Like I
No, we
hung
did.
them up today.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's been a whole week. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, it's been a week already. I hung it up today. We only got 5 pieces.
I bought that plaid shirt from Freebird.
I had a skirt, a dress, a Weezer shirt.
I'm having a hard time getting Miranda to invest in quality pieces because she's got Shein brain.
Yeah.
She sees something and can't possibly imagine paying. Like there was this plaid
I just
shirt.
can't.
Love this plaid shirt. She's like, it's a $60 plaid shirt. I'm
No,
like,
it was $90. $90.
no, the plaid shirt I bought was like $65.
Okay, well.
There was a $95 sweater, and I'm like, you'll have this sweater the rest of your life. And she goes, I just couldn't. She
And then
goes,
the
"I-
jeans, the embroidered daisy
You're not going to have a
jeans,
sweater for the rest of your life.
$200. Oh, $200. You know what
Yeah.
I could do with $200?
Go buy plants at
Buy some
Armstrong's.
groceries.
Yes. Get 2 dozen eggs.
Yeah.
But it was a perfect Mother's Day. You loved the antique store, and one of the things in one of the stalls, someone had 3D printed these little dinosaurs. And Miranda got some and I got some. They were like $1. And now Zach and I play a game where we each then hide the dinosaur, and we have some rules around it. And I hid my first one like in his coffee grounds, and then he hid it.
Oh, whoa, you went deep. I said you're not allowed to put it in something.
Well, I knew every day he was scooping, and you found that actually pretty quick.
but
he then
that
put
would
it.
be dangerous. What if you
I
didn't
know.
find it?
Well, it's pretty big. He put it somewhere that just wasn't my eye level, and it took me days. So he won this week. He won with Secret Dinosaur. I've now placed it, and you haven't found it yet. Or did
The
you?
one over by the fireplace?
Oh, you did find it.
You
So
haven't found it. Yeah, I found that days
Yeah,
ago.
he moved it already. You got to check your spot. That's part of the
I
game.
thought it did.
I purposely don't tell you.
Yeah, the point of the game
Okay,
is you
I'm
should
not doing
check
well at
your
my game.
spot every
I
day.
placed it in a spot where I can check in a
Yeah.
second.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah.
I gotta get better. So right now, Zach is
I
winning
want
the
to play with
dinosaur
Zach
game.
because my partner's not playing with me.
Zach is playing really well.
He won't hide it. And he's like, "Oh, I found it." And I'm like, "Okay, now hide it."
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, I'll do it when I get home."
So it's just
I'm like,
little fun
Yeah, something to
fun
pass the
game.
time.
So, but our shopping local, and I felt good about shopping local, didn't you, Miranda?
You always feel good about shopping local.
I just don't shop much, so I mean, yeah, it does
been-
feel good.
Oh, so we were talking about, I think that's on there, the artsy. Yeah.
Yes.
So I've been, keeps popping up on Facebook, this linen. During the summer, I love linen. I love linen all the time, but I love linen clothes, like the drapey, you know, all this stuff. And I keep like wanting to pull the trigger, but I know this shit's coming from China. And 1, I know it's going to take forever to get here. And 2, I know it's going to be a pain in the ass if I don't like it or the quality is not good to return it. And, I was telling Dylan that I love that artsy fartsy sort of style, but I end up just being fartsy because I never really look that way. But so there's a store downtown that has a ton of linen stuff. And
Yes.
when I just had my hair done right around the corner, I was like, oh, I'm going to go and stop. And then I was too busy and I didn't. But I do need to hit that store and I would feel good about that.
And you just mentioned Elle ditched her Trumpy hairdresser and went back to
Our lovely ladies.
who when she realized she did the same style, and
Yeah.
I'm loving the hair color you got going on.
I'm going back to blonde. I got rid of the red, which is the other reason I went back aside from the Trumpy.
Taylor's good with blonde.
Taylor's really good with blonde.
And Miranda and I are going on Wednesday, and you're going to get a little highlights, you think,
Yeah, just the highlights
to help
And
hide
then-
some of the maybe gray streaks and just
Yeah.
give some
you don't
dimension.
have any gray.
Oh,
She
I
has a
dye
lot
my
of-
hair every 4 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I turned gray when I was 22.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went gray. Zach's got a little gray hair too, don't you, Zach?
It's coming in.
Yeah, it's coming. We're just gray hair
You
people.
guys have more gray than I do.
Yeah. So looking forward to hair day on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then the other thing we've been doing is Monday nights ballroom
I
dancing.
hate that it's Monday nights.
We hate that it's Monday, and we
And
hate that
late,
it's 7:30.
7:30.
But we love everything else about
Yeah.
it. It's only an hour. The instructors are fine.
They're
and
darling.
They're wonderful, and it's
And
you know,
they do so every Monday night. They do 2 different
Yes.
dance, and it's interesting because we kept saying, well, okay, now we're overwhelmed. We don't remember which
Yeah.
dance is which. It would be better if it built on itself. Like, okay, this week we're going to learn the next step, and this week because that would also inspire us to practice, which none of us have practiced any of these steps. So, but we're going to learn 2 new steps tomorrow night. So
I'm guessing since tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo,
we
it's-
might learn a salsa or
salsa.
something like
but
that.
it's still fun. It's not grueling exercise. The hardest part is it's Monday, and by 7:30 on a Monday after that work
I'm
week
spent.
back, and I have my strength training at 3:45. Man, I come home at 9:15, and I'm done.
Yeah. I'm done before we get there. I really am. I'm like so brain dead.
But it's fun enough that so we have 3 more weeks of it.
Yeah.
And then as part of the class, they'll do a private. So we'll probably pick a time and do a private with the 4 of us.
Yeah.
But everyone like it. And at $20 a session, it's like
It's pretty
actually wound up being like $18 a session.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
All righty. I think we'll move into our topic now. So our topic is one that we've Elle found.
We stole it from somebody else.
stole
who's
from somebody
doing a
else,
podcast.
and I was listening to a couple other.
Inspired.
Yes.
Yes.
Stole.
A lot of podcasts do something similar, and I thought this is right up our alley. And it is each of us are going to talk about like 5 things that we're hating on right now, and 5 things that we're loving right now, and it could be little, it could be big. So I think why don't we start with you, Miranda? What are you hating on right now?
Or you want to start
Oh,
negative?
you wanted to hear ours first to know which ones you wanted to use on yours?
Well, I have only 4 negatives.
Let's see, and that's amazing.
I know. Wouldn't you say I had a harder time coming up with
Or
positive?
why don't you start with your negatives?
Yeah,
Elle?
I
My
thought I
are
would
we doing
too, but
negatives
then-
first?
Yeah, because we want to end on a happier note.
All right.
So let's go.
my
negatives.
negatives are
You just do one at a time. We're going to do one of yours. And
Oh,
then
okay,
we'll go.
gotcha. Okay, so the everyday politics shit show that is going on, which might be everybody else's hating
yeah,
on
a
that.
I didn't
version
put
of that.
that on
Just
mine.
hating on the doom scrolling and all of that shit that is going on right now. Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that every day brings some new hell that I couldn't have imagined.
Yeah. All right. Who's next?
I'll go next, and I'll start with a weightier one. Companies without consciences. Not
Example.
Yours?
yes, exactly. Are we going to say that out loud?
I'm guessing that's where it comes from.
Not only what's going on personally in my company and the latest workforce reduction and whatever, but just a lot of what's going on right now is showing us which companies have zero conscience. I get that shareholder value is important. I get that, businesses are in business to make a profit, but you don't have to do it as ruthlessly and to the degree that they are doing it. There are companies out there who are making good money who are not doing it on the complete backs of everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's just this administration has made it
Okay.
cool and
Yeah.
okay to be a company without a conscience.
To be a dick. Yeah. It's somehow okay to be a horrible person right now, or a
Yeah.
horrible company, or a horrible everything,
Yeah, because one of the people that got laid off last week was actually my former boss early on. Been with the company 15 years, and we went off on a little rant amongst each other, and that was really kind of what she was articulating. She was, I used to be proud of what I was doing, and I'm now ashamed, and I look back and I feel bad, and then it got me thinking about all the other companies out there like that. So companies without conscience, I'm hating on that. Hating on it.
Mine's wind.
Wind.
Wind. It allergies. It ruins your
valid
hair.
point.
It
Makes it hard to
eyelashes in my
run.
face,
Oh,
like-
biking in the wind is the worst.
Biking in the wind.
Hard
If
to
we didn't
run
have
in the
e-bikes,
wind.
man, biking sucks. in the
Yeah,
wind.
and I know. So then immediately I was like, well, what does wind do? It spreads seeds, and we got birds for that. We've got animals for that.
What purpose does wind serve?
Why
Is
is
that-
wind? Yeah, we don't need wind.
So
Wind power.
one of the number one reasons
Yes,
when I tell
water.
people we used to live in Monterey, everyone's first thing to me was Monterey, California. Why would you ever leave? Wind.
Wind.
It is so
It is
windy
wicked
there.
windy
Take
there.
a look next time you're there.
Hurts your
Every
ears.
tree
Oh.
is sideways unless it was staked into the ground. And even if it was staked into the ground, the stake blew over. Everything is sideways. You're fighting the wind half the
Blowing
day.
our bird seed out of the bird
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Wind sucks.
Wind
does suck.
Yes.
And it actually, I'm looking at the stuff outside. It makes me angry. Like I like get out of my car to fill up the gas tank, and then wind hits me, and I'm like, oh god,
Yeah,
that whole
and
day
you're blowing,
is
your
ruined.
hair's blowing in your face. And,
headache.
playing pickleball, you're having
Yeah,
wind
you're
issues.
wind blown.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
you're right.
It's
Wind.
I hear ya.
All right, Zach, you got something you're hating on right now?
I only got positives.
You weren't hating on the fact you had to do some homework today and write a useless paper for an instructor who.
No, actually, I enjoyed writing my paper today. It took me
So
very
you
quick.
have no negatives? Nothing negative?
No, I have, I like, I feel like companies' logistics regarding crowds have completely fallen apart
they're
everywhere.
like as many people as we can cram in here, as loud as it can be.
But
Who
like,
gives a
just
crap?
just even little things, I feel like everybody fell apart after COVID in terms of how to order a drink from a bar,
Yeah.
just simple stuff like that.
And the level of staff you need to support. They're like, you know
Yep.
what? We can keep that at the COVID levels because that's just the new standard. I
Yeah,
agree.
we just have one person do everything. Cool. And that's probably my negative. I have positives, or I have
right,
one
well,
positive.
We'll get
Come
to your
on.
positive.
All right, Elle, next negative for you, Elle.
All right. My kitty Raven has cancer.
No way.
Yeah, my big.
when did that happen?
My big boy just recently.
Just got
he's been
diagnosed.
sick for a while, and he's been on a special diet, really expensive diet food for a long time. And we just always thought it was just a digestive enzyme thing or whatever. And he started to lose weight really bad, and he's down like 4 pounds. And so we took him to the vet and had some blood work done, and yeah, he's got lymphoma. So my boy's sick.
So what's the plan?
So
Are you going to
we're-
get him off the crappy food and let him eat whatever the frick he wants?
Not right now. We're trying to get him to not have diarrhea because we can't even treat the cancer until he gets
going in
healthier
and-
again. So we're on him. We're giving him. The vegetarians now have a 2-pound block of beef pancreas in the house. It's disgusting, and I have to grind this. I have to cut it and grind it up. It's so gross. Literally makes me sick to my stomach
I
to
can
look
imagine.
at it. But yeah, so we're giving him beef pancreas and this liquid vitamins and all this stuff.
So
that's
is
supposed to help him.
Crow, do you think Crow is aware that Raven is sick?
I don't know. He's still a dick to him. So my
Like,
poor kitty.
aw.
He loves me, but he just doesn't love his brother. But anyway, that's my
So
my
that,
hate right
that
now.
kind of goes in hand with one of the things that I'm hating on, and that it's that dogs and cats don't live longer.
Oh, yeah, that's a sad one.
It's the having gone to Riker's annual visit. He got the senior sticker on his thing, and the vet starts talking about they have these new medicines for arthritis. He seems like he's fine for right now, but it could change. So just having her talk to me about
like he's an old dog. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like. But no, he's 8,
feel like
and
he's not
most
that
older
old.
dogs make it to about 12 years. I was fortunate Buckley made it to 14, but okay, so if 4, that means 4 more years, and like
Yeah.
Fry's getting up there too.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, I know.
I know, right?
It's
So
really
that's
sad.
what I'm
And
hating on.
Don't even
is
want
that
to talk to you right now.
we're doing all this, better iPhones. No, man, focus on how to make dogs live longer.
Yeah, it's
dogs
true.
and cats live longer.
Yeah.
All right, Miranda. Sorry, I brought
Jeez,
we
okay,
brought the
well-
room down.
We don't
I mean-
even know how old Stella is.
I know,
we
it's
have no
true.
idea how old.
That's why I say maybe she's just not feeling good.
Well, she might be getting old,
Yeah.
and they do get
Yeah.
bladder issues
Yeah.
and things
We're
like
thinking
that.
she could be 15,
Stella
16.
peed on Zach's
Zack's
bed.
new quilt, but
New
it washed
quilt
really
twice.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're a little worried about Stellville too.
Okay, well, this is my last, I guess, serious one, but then the rest of my negatives are kind of like wind.
That's
where-
okay. We
I know.
But I feel like I can't say my next one after those two.
No, I have a really
I've-
silly one.
I got
Okay,
it.
this would be my
All right.
my last, I guess, serious one. But my relationship with Instagram. I want to keep up with friends. I want to post about my life, but
I feel the same way
every
about
time
Facebook.
I open it,
Yeah.
I get jealous.
Jealous.
And I hate
I
it.
get pissed because it's all
I
about
get
politics.
pissed.
Yeah.
I've avoided all politics,
Yeah.
but I'm just
Yeah.
looking at.
Yeah.
And even though I'm doing everything I want to be doing in life, somehow I open the little app and I look at somebody else and I'm like, I'm jealous of
But
them.
that's because most people only post really,
I
really
know, but
great
still.
things. Like, you
Like-
don't post your shit stuff.
But like
on-
I only post really, really great things. So why can't I?
You don't think your really great things are as really great as their things?
Yeah, exactly. And I
So
know
give me
that
an
that's
example.
wrong.
Give me an example of something you saw. I mean, because you've been running 5Ks, you're prepping for this.
Yeah.
You've got
This is gonna sound so vain. Bailey Bruner ran a half marathon 6 months pregnant, and I opened that and I was like, I'm jealous.
Are you jealous of her being pregnant? Or
Just
jealous
she
of
ran a half marathon. She's doing the thing I'm training for, and she did it 6 months.
Why
pregnant.
would you do that 6 months pregnant? But that's
If
not
you
her.
run
But-
your whole life, it's totally healthy
Yeah,
to run.
as long as your heart rate doesn't go over.
I guess,
Yeah.
but
anyway,
No, I know
and
a
so,
woman that ran until the
I just
day
think
she gave birth.
I just think the stretch marks. Why put your skin through
Well,
that?
there's you can wear
Yeah.
strappy things to strap
Anyway,
it
but
up
like,
there.
how did that? No
diminish
way
in
was-
any way
How does it
anything-
diminish what I'm doing? But in my brain, I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, that's lame. I can barely run. And I'm skinny as ever.
I know.
I wish I had a relationship I had with Pinterest. You go to Pinterest, you get
I know.
inspired, and you get ideas.
Well, Miranda, comparison is the
I
thief
know,
of joy.
and that bums me out because I want to keep up with friends, especially at this age. Is like,
I know.
this is how what is Michelle Rocky doing? What is Michelle Simons doing? I have so many Michelles in my life, but if I don't go
like
on
we had
Instagram, if I
Jennifers.
delete it, I don't know what they're
Or
doing.
Debs.
Or
And
Debs.
so I'm
with you
mad.
on that. I feel a little bit of it with Instagram. I've been starting to follow more and more people as I prepare for the high school reunion. And I have to admit, I'm still on the fence. Whereas before I was like super excited about going. Now I'd say I think I'm 75-25. There's 25% chance of me that I may say, you know what, I'd rather just stay at the beach house. I'm going to see how it plays
Depends
out.
on the mood you're in.
If
Yeah.
it weren't for my aunt being able to see my aunt as part of the, for that brief little bit, I think I would absolutely be closer to 50-50 at this juncture. But as I see and learn some more about some of those people, I'm like, that was my past.
Yeah.
And like, that was
Do you
my
really
way
want?
past.
Do you really want to go back there and be with these people that you essentially
I mean,
have
it's
nothing
one night.
in common
Yeah,
with?
it's one night.
Yeah.
And like Miranda was saying before, so what are you trying to get out of it?
Yeah, what's
you've,
the
you've
reason
had
you're
me
going?
thinking long and hard about that, and it's like, I've already accomplished, if the original goal was, hey, #winning, okay, I'm fine with it. I'm already there. I'm good. So what else do I need to do?
It's kind of the same with Instagram. Like, what is my goal? Why am I posting a photo of me finishing a half marathon? Is it
Yeah.
to brag about me finishing a half marathon?
I find social media as also almost like a diary. Like I really do like when I pulled up that memory from 15 years ago, and it was
Yeah.
you and the girl. I wouldn't have seen that in my camera roll
Right.
had it not been thrown at me because I had
do like
posted
that when
it.
it pops back up.
It's
and
almost like
oh,
the
yeah.
long-term blue book type
Yeah.
thing. And
well, that's
so
what it's supposed to be, but
Blue book with photos.
the
the
photos,
unfortunate
I know, becomes
reality
a
of it
comparison.
Yeah.
shifted, which is why I think I tried to go back into like my videos, right? Because then that was my way of saying, okay, it's not posting a perfect photo, it's posting a video summarizing whatever the weekend was or something. Because I look back on those college videos weekly. I'm
I
like,
know.
wait, Brett, when did we go to the fair? What year? What day was that? Oh, it was. And then I would go to my Instagram
Yeah.
and find our fair video, and then I rewatch it for the 30,000th time.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, and I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just every time I open Instagram,
I'm
just
with
like
you.
mad.
There's a love-hate
There
relationship.
is a love-hate
with-
relationship with the whole thing. Yeah.
All
Zach,
right.
any more?
Do you have any hate? Any more hate?
Make forcing him to think negative.
I'm trying to think. There
Stella
must have
peeing
been
on your
some-
bed?
Yeah, Stella peeing on my
Stella
bed.
not
would-
feeling great. Is
Yeah, that's been worrying me, to be honest. But I think it's just because her downstairs litter box
we're gonna get a new
isn't.
box and have
I
her own
think she
private
just needs
box.
a new litter box, is
Living
what
in
it
your own
is.
private cat box.
But we'll see. Yeah, I'm keeping special eye.
Yeah.
And Huggy, by the way, has been making so much noise at night. He's learned how to make the loudest possible noises with his cages. He'll learn how to shake things. And if he learns that it makes a loud noise, he'll abuse that.
You know, the other thing we should do is my original chin from when I was young, Ed built me a fully wooden cage.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I do, again, I let Huggy out every single day, which I think is better than 99% of most
and he's
chinchilla
got the most
owners.
epically good wheel you've heard us talk about. His chin is the
spoiled chin.
The spoiled and most athletic chinchilla.
Yeah.
A lot of them you see on the internet, they just sit like this.
Yep, I give him
Comatose.
sticks, I give him treats, I give him everything you possibly want, and I'm not going to lie, Huggy's spoiled. I think he has been acting spoiled. And it's been really bad at night. Like if he'll start, you hear it from your room, right?
I do hear
that,
him.
Grr, 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 grr. Oh my God, that sets me off. It's like a triggering type of thing for me. And I've been using all of my Zen to just because you can't reward, you can't acknowledge when he does that one bit. You can't be mad at him, but you also can't I'm
gonna go over there and fix it.
Yeah,
and let you out so you shut up.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it. You have to ignore it, and he knows that. He tests you for,
Chinchillas are smarter than people give them credit for.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Sure.
He'll
He's
test me for about an
absolutely
hour, and then he'll be like, "Okay, you've passed," and I'm like, "Ugh." I think that's one of my big ones is Huggy making noise at 11 p.m. when I'm doing all my late night work.
I get the 5 a.m. pre-alarm clock.
All right, what else are you hating on?
I'm going to combine two of mine because they're kind of similar. So obviously the pain, my body just breaking down and everybody else's bodies being fine, and that pisses me off. And the second thing is our healthcare system. And so the reason that I'm really pissed at the healthcare system is I went into the doctor, and my doctor wasn't there and had my blood work done. And she was like, "Oh, it looks like your estrogen levels are really high and this is really high. So we should cut your stuff in half." Now, I have been battling with the night sweats for a very long time, and I feel like I finally got it under control. And then she goes, "Oh, well, let's cut all your meds in half." And so now I've cut my meds in half, and I'm fucking sweating all night again. And now I'm tired and crabby, and
you're like, "Thanks for the advice."
And now I have to wait until I get my blood work to get it fixed again, or I don't know if I should ignore it and just go back to what I was taking before, or what. But I'm frustrated with the, you have to be your own advocate. I have to go in and say, this and this and this and this is happening to me. And I fill out all this paperwork when they have the information right in front of them. Yeah. And it's like, I
for
feel
the 3 minutes they're going to sit there and talk to you.
Exactly. And I did just have this whole, they call it an executive physical, where they scan your carotids and your aorta, and I had the blood tests, and I got all this shit done. And nothing's wrong with me, which really pisses me off because I feel like dog shit all the time, and I should feel better. And then just trying to figure it out and dealing with the healthcare system and trying to figure, and it's like, I feel like it's just constant
You're fighting
battle.
the wind.
I'm fighting the wind. I am fighting the wind. Anyway, those are two of mine, is my body and the healthcare system.
Yeah.
Next.
Let's see. Okay, mine. All right, I'm going to just completely grocery cart locks.
Oh God, so annoying.
I don't often go to Albertsons or
Albertsons is a particularly bad one.
Their range is so narrow. I was parked 5 spaces down a row, right in the row in front of Albertsons, and I'm just going along like this, and then the lock kicks to the point where the cart hit my gut.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I went. I got hurt from the grocery cart because I had my momentum going like this, and I rammed the damn cart. And then I'm like...
And then it doesn't unlock.
No,
you would think you could bring it back into... if you could just drag it back.
in the middle of the row, and I got so pissed. I left the freaking cart there.
That's
I
what we
grabbed
did
my
the
stuff.
same thing.
I'm like looking around like, I cannot move your
stupid cart.
GD cart.
Yeah. That has totally happened to us at Albertsons. The same thing. It's
I won't go there again because of that cart. I was almost mad enough to go full Karen and walk in there and just say, I left the cart in the middle of the road because of the system. Is it really that big an issue with people stealing carts that you're going to just completely alienate your customers?
Well, I get not having to go over a line. Okay, lock it up when it hits this line.
Way the frick away.
But one, yes, it should be much farther away and not so close to the door. And two, if you back it back into its little area, let it up. Because then
It's
you can
once
go,
it activates,
all right,
'cause
well,
it's a
let me,
magnet.
Let me just roll it back into its place and grab my. But no, it's
stuck.
locked
You
in the
can't
middle of
go.
the road, and you literally have to drag the heavy ass cart to get it out of the road. And I'm with you.
And
We
I did.
left it.
I left
sit
it
there.
because the only thing that'll do it is the guy has it's a thing on his belt. It's a magnet because
Yeah.
once the magnet engages, it's stuck.
It's so annoying. That is a
I'm
very.
hoping they
that's
get enough
a very
people.
good one.
Yes, it physically
Silly,
hurt
but
I got a
good.
bruise. I
Yeah.
was injured.
Yeah. All right, Miranda.
Wow, you guys are riled.
It's
Grocery cart
It's
lot.
really
I'm
annoying.
with them on that.
It's really annoying.
Take us down a notch here.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Take it down.
A broken nail.
Oh, I was there when it happened.
Oh, it's just so dumb. Just jammed it and
Well,
broke my
most of
nail
the
off.
golf-
Growing
we
out.
really need to get our nails
It
done.
And the
affected
same with
your golf game.
toenails. I've
Yeah.
jammed my toenail in cracks, and it takes months to heal.
Yeah.
It's like such a little.
Do you need some new skin to repair
No,
that?
I mean
Or
it's
you
fine now, but now
but
it just is. A
it
numbing,
impacted your golf game. You
disgusting-
started off on the wrong foot.
I know.
And we are
12
still at
strokes.
the
Colors.
phase where
Colors.
Ed and I can beat Miranda and Brett in pickleball and in golf, but that I think by the end of the year will flip. So I'm taking advantage of the fact that we can still, at least right now, beat you guys in something, but it won't be long.
That means
before-
we could beat you because we can beat you.
Yeah, we're not very good.
Not in golf. In golf, we
Yeah.
couldn't.
But Brett also he got so mad golfing.
What,
He was so mad.
Brett?
Yeah.
Oh, see, we didn't see the madness.
Oh man. Well, he
The
sucked.
madness.
Yeah,
He did so bad.
he did. Well, you know what it is?
Golf is a frustrating
golf
sport.
is
It is,
like
I get
Happy
it, but-
Gilmore, where he's wanting to do
Oh,
the
he hits it like
typical
a baseball.
big balls drives and doesn't worry that the 3-inch putt is
Directional
the
doesn't
same
matter.
as your 200-yard drive.
Yeah.
There's no in between, and every 3 of his was great, but then he had 2 of them that were just like
No,
whoa.
he had like yeah. Anyways.
Anyway,
Yeah. Broken nail. That ruined my golf game.
it did. Maybe next time it's Dylan and Miranda versus
That's-
Ed and
Oh,
Brett.
that's a good idea. Yeah.
That could be a fun. So, all right, let's move on to positive things.
Oh, wait, I have
okay,
one.
can I say the
I have
rest
one more.
then?
Oh yeah,
I have one more.
Okay, let's go.
hate.
I have a couple more negs too.
I have one more.
Okay, just read them off.
All right. That it's May.
Okay.
It's fucking May already,
Yeah.
and I haven't done anything this year, and I have lost 10
You went
pounds.
on a cruise.
Yeah,
I have lost
I was
10
gonna say
pounds.
you went on a cruise. You lost 10 pounds.
All right, but
It-
speaking of, I should have put that as. Oh, that is my.
Okay.
Never mind. We haven't gone to the.
All right, other ones I have spam calls. I am.
Oh, yeah.
I
I'm
even
getting
paid a
inundated.
service to try to help me get rid of them, and it's not working. So I demand my money back from this anti-spam call place. I get maybe 15 calls a day,
So is
I get a
Brett.
lot.
and I block them as much. Ed's like, "Well, because you signed up for all this shit and all." I'm on a do not call. I tried to be on all those things. It still doesn't work. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Mm-hmm. And then my other one was hair growing fast in places I do not want it to grow fast.
I feel that way about my nails. My nails grow faster than anything, and that's the one thing on me
That's
I
like,
do not
just
want them
don't
to
want
grow.
to grow.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind my group faster.
Oh,
Because like leg hair, arm
'Cause I have to get 'em
hair,
done all the time,
Facial
and I-
hair. Come on, man. If hair is gonna grow, have it be hair on the
Hair
head
on my
grow.
head. I agree with that one.
Yeah.
So
I concur.
All right, what other negatives? you got?
Last one is last two. Staying up past 11:30.
That's a
Hate
negative.
it. Yeah. Why do we do it?
I know.
I don't.
Great. That's
Just
the best time.
never do it.
I never do.
Stop doing it.
I don't
now-
stay up past 6:30.
Until
Yeah.
Zack has a 6:30 a.m. meeting.
Yeah, that's
yeah, you
true.
just can't.
Just yeah.
it
not work.
doesn't-
Even on a weekend though, I'm like, no, go to bed.
Yeah,
Wake up, even sleep
I
in
feel
still,
better.
but don't go to bed past 11:30.
because waking up earlier and having
It's
your
so much
days,
better
it's
than
just
morning
yeah.
I love starting the day morning.
It's the only time people leave you alone.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
they leave you alone at 6 a.m. too. No one's
they
out.
don't.
No.
No, they don't.
And then my last one is too many clothes in your closet. Every time I go in my closet right now, it just
I
pisses
just
me
donated.
off.
I
I know, but
My problem is I've got so much clothes that I have hardly worn,
and
and
it
I
makes
just
me feel
don't.
so.
They make me feel bad because
Yes.
I'm like, oh my god, I bought all this clothes
Yeah.
and I never wear
You
any
guys
of
have
them.
got to do the hanger trick. So
I-
if you have
I
a
do
morning,
it.
and then
I do it.
when you introduce a new piece of clothing, one has to go.
That's
better
kind
with-
of yeah.
I'm good with my shoes that way.
Yeah, and
but
when
I'm
you
not
buy
good with-
something new from here on out, say what's going to go.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a piece in
Like,
mind that's going to go,
whenever we get together at night, like at a brewery, like we did last, or not a brewery, a winery the other night, Miranda always looks at me and goes, "Oh, you're so dressed up." It's because I have nowhere else to wear my clothes.
Yeah.
I have to dress up because otherwise I feel like I have a closet full of clothes I never wear
Yeah.
because I'm just not ever doing anything in anything but
So
workout clothes.
that was it for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Positives.
All right.
Okay,
Positives.
positives.
All right. My weight loss.
Yes.
That's
you
I'm
got
very
rid of your
excited. So
stubborn 10.
I've been doing this Unicity yearbook.
MLM weight loss, but it's
It's a
working.
multi-level marketing, but it's working. It's actually not a multi-level. Anyway, and it's basically 16-hour fast, but helped along with the stuff that boost your GLP-1s and stuff. So I've lost 10 pounds, feeling good. I don't feel good, but I feel good about my body hurts, but I do feel good about the fact that I've lost 10 pounds. Okay. Next.
I'm going to start with a light lifting one. So I tried that clothing rental service newly, and I had Miranda pick a couple, and I picked a couple, and it came, and I'm happy with it. But the thing I love about it is the damn bag it comes in.
Oh, you were saying
it
that, yeah.
comes in a nylon, like
Reusable.
reusable zipper bag.
That you could use for travel.
You could, but it's just that way when I go to ship the stuff back,
you
and they
have
put
to
the
send it
label,
back.
and you just put the label
Oh,
on
is
it.
that how? Oh, I gotcha.
So
Okay.
instead of the bag that's getting recycled, like how Stitch Fix and all those would work, where you're like, this is a permanent bag. You have to see it.
Oh,
and
nice.
the couple items I got, I loved. It was like a white sweater because I figured, I'll use their white sweater and have it get grody, and a really pretty blouse. Miranda did a sweater which you could see loving in the fall, but not right now.
Kind of bummed that they pump faked me like that. Why
Yeah.
would you put that in spring?
You weren't expecting to be that heavyweight.
Yeah.
The lime green's the chartreuse skirt, cute.
I liked it. Yeah. I
And then
packed it.
the pants, they were corduroy.
Just
It did
my
How
Shein
long do you
ones are
keep it for?
better.
A month.
a month. So it's going to go back. So next month we can maybe together look at it.
I
The other
might
thing
not
is,
have the skirt back in time then.
it's okay.
I might buy it. You can then buy it.
Yeah, you
you
can
can
also
buy
buy it.
Okay.
So that,
All right.
like a newly and just such a green.
Yeah.
Mine is Chobani cinnamon coffee cake creamer.
Okay.
Best creamer on the planet.
Ooh, Zack, a new coffee creamer.
Best creamer.
Chobani
Not too sugary enough.
cinnamon.
Cinnamon coffee cake creamer.
Wonder
It's
if
amazing.
It's gonna be yogurt, right?
No, it's Chobani. It is
Also
a
made-
yogurt brand, but they have great creamers.
so you wonder if Smart and Final has that. All right, Zach, what are you loving? You said you had lots of loves.
I like the state of archivists in terms of media. You might be noticed I'm watching a NBA stream right now. It's not provided by NBA. It's provided by people who are passionate about making sure media stays archived,
Free streaming.
And available to people.
Which is not only available, but there's so much media just being deleted by the producers that created the media.
I guess I never
that
thought about
it's
that.
getting kind of nuts. The war that's been going on between the people who are saying, hey, we just want to make sure this stuff still exists. We want to make sure that history is preserved in some way. And the copyright owners say, no, we just want to delete
So
it.
who's leading the charge with this?
Just people. Just people. And I would say, this is one of the issues right here is a lot of these lawsuits eventually become deemed frivolous because a lot of what archivists do have been protected by just about every country's constitutions. So
We used to have one of those.
yeah, we used to have one of those. But to see that, the frivolous lawsuits for these types of things have not been working and
They're getting
have
dismissed.
been combated by, people who do care about these types of preservations, lawyers who know how to, fix these types of things. I find a lot of, hope in that.
Deep thoughts there, Gisette.
Deep thoughts by
Is that
Zack Schultz.
people that actually care? Because and no, I'm talking about like numerous fandoms. It's fandoms where it comes. It comes down to people who care about making sure these things are not just accessible, exist. Let's talk about the Wile E. Coyote movie. The HBO tried to full on delete a movie of a massive IP that they're like, we're going to make more money if we just, delete this piece of art. Everybody rebelled against that. And somebody actually stood up and said, okay, well, how much you asking for it now? Now that you see that there is some sort of demand for it, and 20 million, deal, we'll do it. And they're like, okay, fine. And it's finally going to come out now. So to see just kind of like the underlying war between all of that, between preserving history has, I think, been won by the people who are trying to preserve history.
All right.
That's my win.
Boy, mine seemed pretty.
My coffee creamer.
My newly bag.
Thank you for bringing some intelligence to the room.
I know, exactly. Like, all right. So my next one, Dylan got a new job, and so I lost my day drinking buddy, and so
You can have me.
well, but you've got a day job too. Like during the day, I like to bike. I do not like to bike in the morning. It's too cold. I don't like to bike after work. It's too dark. And it's glary or whatever. And
we
my
used to be
body
able to
starts
go,
to shut
like,
down.
at lunchtime,
We used to be
'cause
able to go
I wasn't
like
in meetings all the time.
noonish or whatever. And that's when I like to bike. So I have been biking by myself, which you would think would suck. And what I'm realizing is that I really, really, really enjoy biking by myself. And so that is something I'm loving right now. Is even when occasionally Casey joins me, I'm like, okay, I enjoy biking with Casey, but I really love biking by myself. Because I'm not like, I can go as fast or as not as fast as I want to go. And I'm not trying to catch up with somebody. I'm not feeling like I'm holding anybody back if I'm going really slow. I just really enjoy it. Anyway, that's my.
And you listen to your tunes and
Yeah, I listen to my tunes and just roll along. And I got 25
All right, well, I'm going to
miles.
keep with the super meaningless type thing. Everyone here knows I love lip color and lip glosses, right?
Yes, you do.
Found another one I love.
Awesome. Can't wait. What color is it? Pink?
Yeah. Clarins lip stain. It's a stain that you then can put something on top of it. It
I
is a
gotta try
great lip stain.
Have you seen the trend, the hack? Have you seen the hack that you take the lip stuff that's a peel away,
Yep.
and you do like an outline?
It peels my lips away though every time.
Oh, really?
The peel away stuff,
scars
it,
my
it
lips.
goes on erratically. I'm not a big fan of
yeah.
it.
Well, either way, you go with a stain or whatever
Yeah.
that's darker than your natural lip color, and you line your lips.
Yeah, I do that for like
Overline,
my formal
yeah.
events.
I haven't done it, but I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
So
try.
Clarins lip stain, I'm really liking it. Zach, what else are you liking?
We didn't do Miranda. Oh, well, that's okay. Okay,
Oh,
we'll go-
oh, sorry.
Not in.
Well,
not-
I fear mine are gonna be. All of mine are very.
I have
surface
some
level.
silly ones too.
Okay,
I- yeah,
my next one is adding extra ricotta to my pizza. Little ricotta globs.
Oh yeah.
So good.
I do that.
A bit of ricotta
Just
is a wonderful thing.
Ah,
So in my
just makes
house,
it
we were too poor
luxury.
for ricotta. So in with
Cottage
lasagna
cheese.
it was cottage cheese, and I actually still really love cottage cheese on pasta and
yeah, just
and
dressing,
lasagna.
making like a very simple meal. Mm-hmm. Just adding a little ricotta to it.
Nice,
Oh,
And
really
good
good.
protein. Good protein.
good stuff.
sure.
good
Just
stuff.
cheese on top of my 5 cheese pizza.
Cheese,
6
yes.
cheese pizza.
Enough cheese. Yes,
There you go, Zach. All right.
I love cottage cheese, and I shouldn't even be eating it, but I do love cottage cheese.
Am I
It's
allowed to just
supposed
say
to be
show?
Yeah.
That common side effect show.
Oh,
That's
I got to
my
give
favorite.
Zach props. He
What's
turned me
common
on.
side effect?
It
Oh,
is
it's
my
a
favorite show
cartoon,
ever.
right?
It is a cartoon. Normally, I'm like, oh, Zach, what are you introducing me to? I binged it. He told me about
Yeah.
common side effects.
What channel
and
is
I
it on?
binged it.
It's at Adult Swim, believe it or not, which
I
is
can't watch
kind of on its last legs at
Oh.
this
But
point.
it's-
But it's
it's
different. There's something different about this. Yeah.
Storyline is better than a lot of other storylines. I am with Zach on this common
Because it's not a comedy.
side effects.
No, it's like a sci-fi. I'd
Yeah.
say it's a hard biological sci-fi.
But it's
Yes.
cartoon.
But it's a cartoon, but it's animated.
Animated. I should say animated.
And
It's
I,
better.
get- like, I tend to prefer animated stuff because I feel like there's just a wider range of things you
They
can
can do
with
anything,
it.
yeah.
And it's on Max, HBO
So,
Max
yeah,
or
we have
whatever.
See, we don't
Common
have
side
it yet.
effects. Brett will like it.
But yeah, not only did I adore this show, one of my friends from college worked on it, and I
cool.
kind of used it as an excuse to reach back out, say, hey, I love this show, and it ended up kind of reconnecting a lot of us from college, saying like,
that's
oh yeah,
cool.
and, yeah. The guy was like, yeah, dude, you don't understand. This took up my life for like the last 4 years.
And you're like, it was worth it.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
And
like,
that had to
dude,
make him feel good to hear that validation.
yeah, exactly, from people
Because
he knew.
legit. I mean,
Because
here,
it wasn't
even your
like
57-year-old mother is going, damn.
yeah, because I was afraid. I'm like, oh man, am I gonna reach out to this
Were you
guy
petrified?
as like a cloud chaser, like as a cloud chaser, like, oh yeah, you got this big show that's
Yeah.
probably gonna get Emmy nominations at the end of the year. Good, what's up? It didn't feel like that. It felt
No.
like,
It was-
dude,
it was organic,
yeah,
It just moved me.
Yeah, because I was with him when he was on his
stayed
other
awake.
show, King
so this
Star
is Zach
King.
introduced it to me at 8:00 at night.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm like, oh, it's like there's an off switch. Ed will be like, ugh. tongue out of the mouth. I was binging it, and Zach's like, "You're still watching it," and
It's
I
got a
go,
turtle.
"I love it. It's
There's
got a turtle."
There's a turtle in it, and yeah. And not to spoil,
No,
nothing
nothing
bad happens to the
turtle.
turtle,
That's
and
great.
I feel
I
like
asked Zach that one.
yeah,
I'm like, Zach,
like a
What
mom.
was that
are you
recently
sure?
that we were watching? You're like, oh, it was our book that we read. One of our books. I think we talked about it last time. It's
better
like,
not do anything to the dog.
Don't do anything to the
They
dog.
don't do anything to the turtles. So
Yeah.
that's all I have to say.
No dead
That's a
animals
good one, Zach.
allowed.
All right, Miranda, what else you got?
Mine was ricotta. So.
We know you can go
Oh.
back. We'll start again with
Yeah,
you.
you can.
Oh, okay.
We can. We'll go in the opposite direction.
Crocheting. I love crocheting.
And the things you're
I wish I could
producing.
learn.
Like,
Just
I'm looking forward to
tying
Mother's Day
little
gift because I know I'm
knots.
getting something.
I sent you the picture of the
hundreds
whole
of
trench
knots.
that I'm looking forward to getting for
Yes.
Christmas.
Can't promise it. I like small deliverables, and I just did something for Mother's Day, and I'm like, that was so.
So
fun.
I-
I'm gonna
the
make a
people
million of
loved
them.
her
I've
baby
sewn
blankets.
my whole life, and I've always been, if I can sew it in 45 minutes,
Yeah.
I love it. But projects that are like,
Yeah.
people are like, oh my gosh, you sew so well. Will you make my wedding dress? No.
Like, no, I can make a
No.
kitchen towel.
Yeah, I will. No, I can.
yeah,
I
it's-
can make simple things.
And I felt like crochet has also kept you from it's therapy for you.
Yeah, you can't scroll. You can still watch TV while doing it,
Yeah.
or you can also just sit in silence because it's just fun.
Or
I wish I
listen,
could figure
or
it
listen to other podcasts.
I wish I could figure it out. One of these nights, I'll bring my little things over, and you can teach me how.
Yes,
I tried. I watched YouTube videos. I bought the whole case with all the different color sizes.
You're self-taught, right, Miranda? 100%.
If I
Oh,
can't-
YouTube. Everything's on YouTube.
If I can't figure it out, I'm going to give it to you.
Okay, deal.
Yeah, one of my
not
nieces
gonna help
does
you now.
too, and she makes stuffed animals. She made this whole
Yeah.
octopus. She's made a ton of stuff. She's really good.
Yeah.
Or what else you got there on the likes?
Okay, my pants, which this is sort of a good and a bad one. I ordered
Pants.
again, these things that popped up on Facebook, and it's these
I've
pants,
taught you well.
These pants that they have a little drawstring. They're kind of low.
They're knockoffs of actually
Of
a
a
very
really
expensive
expensive.
brand that got popular in New York, like a $350 jean, and then
So as the video is obviously of the very expensive
actually-
jean, and then you're ordering from China.
China.
But so I ordered them, and I got them, and I ordered a white pair and a denim pair, and the white pair fit really, really well, or pretty well, and the jeans are like a whole size bigger, even though the two pants are the same size. So that is both a like and a dislike. The Chinese buying shit from China, and then like I'm battling with trying to
Yeah.
get an exchange, whatever. But the pair of white pants I really, really like. So
yeah,
I'm
and
excited.
they were affordable.
Yes, they were cheap. Cheap Chinese crap. That's what I like.
I'm loving my home TRX system. So part of my strength training uses TRX and uses weight. And if you don't know TRX, they're straps. You're basically using body weight, and they sell for like $100, $150 straps. And you don't have to mount them into like the ones at the workout place are mounted into steel girders. It goes over a door frame, and then you close the door. And then you're using it off the door, and it's great. It's like, all right, just had a meeting where I've been sitting in my chair for however long. Just get up and do a couple of tricep, do a little pull up, and
Are these stretchy, or are they
Not
just
at all. I'll show
you're
them
putting your own weight on it?
putting my own weight on. And the little thing shows all the different exercises. I do basically 5 core exercises. There's hundreds of them that they show you, but I don't want to get twisted like a pretzel. It's worth having. It's just there. It's simple equipment. You can bring
You're
it with
not
you when you
bendy like a
travel. Loving my home TRX straps.
All right.
All right, Zach, what else are you loving? We're glad to hear any more shows, if you got any more shows.
I'm nervous.
Is Stella
I
a
got it
poly?
right now,
She's
no.
not poly.
I
is
got
she?
2 of 2. I put 2 of 2.
Okay.
Okay, he's even.
Is,
I'm very
is Stella a
uneven.
polydactyl?
What?
I mean, she has more toes than she should.
No,
No.
Oh, she looks like she has big
her,
paws.
her freckles are.
Yeah, I think it's an
Perfectly.
optical illusion.
She just looked like she had
More toes.
more toes.
Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
Stella
let-
just
let
walked in the
us-
room, and everybody's very, very tentatively
Yeah, I'm
like,
a little tense.
everybody, keep your hands to yourself.
Hey, Murder Mittens.
She
How you
is-
doing?
She is the sweetest little murder mitten kitty. She's very pretty, but she is just psycho.
Look,
can
he-
be just a
he
psycho
forgave
kitty.
you.
Psycho kitty. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ba, 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 ba.
Can I please go on?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say next one is Divorced Dad's Bangers Spotify playlist. Great for running.
Oh,
Creed,
Divorced dads.
Lips of an Angel. It's titled Divorced Dad's Bangers.
How did you find this?
On Spotify.
It's on Spotify.
But like
No, I don't
that
have
just
Spotify.
seems so weird.
I
You
think
said
I
good
typed
list to
in.
run.
I was listening to
Am
Lips
I
of an
the
Angel.
only human being on Pandora? Just asking
Yes.
for a friend. I
Yes.
like seriously. Everybody's. Oh, I have a
thought that's
Spotify.
a jewelry store.
Pandora?
Yes,
No.
No,
Well, yes,
it's
it
a
is,
music
but it's a music.
system.
I know it
Just
is,
like
but
Spotify.
It's just no.
I don't know.
Hey, Zach and I,
I
2
like
weeks
Pandora.
from right now, we're at Crew World.
Yeah,
I'm
so
li-
you should listen to Divorced Dad's Bangers. 'Cause-
I would have to switch to Spotify.
If I was running, remember, I won't run unless
But it's
someone's
even-
chasing me.
just-
And even
now,
then,
I
I'll probably
was
just
cleaning
stand my
the kitchen
ground.
today, and I listened to it, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is good."
I do
It
like
hit- it
good bite
hits.
mix. I wonder if
Yeah.
it's on my Pandora mix too.
Probably is.
All right, what else you got there?
Me?
Yeah, you got any
Am
more?
I up to me? I'm loving my hair.
Yeah,
Going
back
back
to
to-
and feeling
going
good about
back to
being back
Taylor.
to Taylor.
Yeah, feeling good about the blonde. Going back to
That
blonde.
spa is just so nice to be at. She's doing a head spa now, Miranda. So she'll be doing like head massages and stuff.
She's getting a massaging chair for your
You'll see
when
it
you're
when
getting
you're
your hair
Wednesday.
washed. She's getting a whole new chair.
Oh, yeah, she's going.
Yeah.
She's going boutique.
Anyway, that's all.
I'm
I got one more.
butterflies.
Butterfly.
So we had a couple of caterpillars that we saw crawling. I recently bought some, more daisies. I'm trying to buy pollinator friendly because our garden boxes,
Milkweed.
I
Milkweed.
bought forms of milkweed. Miranda was with me. Oh, there's another thing we did on our
we
day.
did
We
so
went to
much
the
that
garden
day.
center.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
I remember you saying that.
one of the other things we bought at the garden center. Oh my gosh, it's the most adorable. And now I'm going to collect these because they have like 4 other ones. It was solar light balloon for Temecula, and it seriously looks like a
stained
balloon.
glass.
It's stained glass. You have to see it outside.
Oh,
It's gorgeous. Another great endless gift idea for Ed because now he can buy the 3 other ones. But butterflies, I want to invite more butterflies. So I took pictures of the caterpillar, and then the app told me what butterflies they were going to be, and I'm going to get some really beautiful butterflies. There were a couple swallowtails.
we
and
rescued somebody off the
some little
pickleball
caterpillar yesterday
tiny
off
little
the pickleball.
caterpillar that was really cute off the pickleball court. We scooted him along.
But every time I see a butterfly, it's just, how can you look at a butterfly and not just be like, "Oh, I feel better.
Yeah,
I feel better about butterfly."
Yeah.
feel good
Okay,
about
what else
life.
you got, Miranda?
Red wine.
Red wine.
Like red wine, and in a non-alcoholic person way, because I try to only drink on the weekends because I did scare myself a little bit there, but it is so good. It makes me feel.
So what
good.
are you currently, because you're not loving Seven Sibs the way I'm obsessed
I
about.
love
What is
Seven
your favorite
Sibs.
way? You
Full
like Full
Monty.
Monty.
Yeah,
Oh, I like the full Monty.
Yeah.
that's my favorite one.
That's a good one.
These
And
are
then
wines
Josh.
from our area, by the way.
Yes.
7 Siblings is
Yeah.
from
South Coast, and Full Monty is
Full
from
Monty is
Coos.
But
Vancouver.
like Josh, I think is a pretty
Yeah.
regular one. Whatever that red is, I really like it.
I still like whites.
Good.
Anyway,
Do you have any more?
warm weather.
Yes, we're about to get to high 80s this week.
I know, there is a point when it just gets miserable here because it's so freaking hot. I actually kind of like that. My body likes it better. And
Like today, I was just I've been
Today has been
uncomfortable
cold all day.
I've been wanting another layer all
And
day.
It's been
this-
62 degrees.
this
guys.
I know. And I grew up in Illinois,
With
and
wind.
she grew up
Oh,
in
I know.
Wisconsin, and we're sitting there going,
it's so
too cold. It's
and
moist.
this shifting back and forth, it kills my body. Absolutely rips me to
Because
shreds.
2 weeks ago we had really warm weather.
Yeah.
Where we were tank topping it and like, oh man, glistening. And then we hit this weather where we're like, ugh.
You were glistening. I was sweating. But yeah, I'm looking forward to sweating more. I
And
know
this
that sounds
week,
ridiculous,
We're
given
going to
how
be
much I
sweating
sweat.
next weekend.
It's supposed to be 90 on Friday.
Yeah, I may even be able to go back to the pool and meet up with my gay guys again. I've
Yeah,
missed
there
them.
you go. Looking forward
I'm sure
to that.
they'll be back there.
I'm just looking forward to warm weather, getting outside, doing lots of stuff outside.
I mean, we're almost at Memorial Day. That's the official mark of start of summer, right? Memorial
it?
Day kicks off summer. Yeah.
Wow.
When the kids get out of school.
Yeah.
I just had a couple other little minor ones, kind of tangential to the TRX, is just feeling stronger again. So
Yeah, you've
part of
been
the
working
whole
out.
weight loss, that was definitely, I'd say, the most negative part of the weight loss is I did lose muscle and I lost strength because my body was used to carrying around 84 extra pounds. So picture what that would do to your legs and everything. You were carrying more weight. So in losing the weight, my muscles atrophied, and so I am at the tail end of my 90-day strength. I have 5 more sessions in my 90-day, and they've done little increments, and I can tell because I'm lifting more weight,
Right.
And just feeling stronger again has been good.
It feels good to feel strong. Like I notice it when I get on the bike and I'm like, oh my God, I could do this all day. We have, when we rode the Santa Fe Century last year, I rode on the back of the tandem with my cousin Bob. And my cousin Bob rode on the tandem the year before with my brother Jerry. My brother Jerry's a bit of a goofball. And so when we'd get to these sections, my brother Jerry would yell out, all day.
Yeah.
Like, I can do this all day. And so last year, Bob kept yelling out, all day, as he was Jerry. Well, so we were on the bikes yesterday or the day before, Casey and I, and we were on a particular stretch, and it just shot out of me all day. Like, I could do this all day. And sometimes when you're on the bike, you feel like, I could do this all day. And I love that feeling. Like, I'm
it's
so
usually
strong.
my butt that screams, I'm done.
Well, yeah, but your
But, yeah.
legs, your lungs, it's a good day. The sun is shining and everything feels good. And you're just like, I could do this.
not
like
home cleaning
when you're
the house.
planking or when you're lifting weights and you're just like, I could do this all day.
I wouldn't say that. I do it because I like how it's going to make me feel like I am not afraid now of falling down and having an injury that is going to end me. I feel like I've gotten to the point now. I mean, it was pretty, that's what takes people out.
I
is some
still am
injury.
afraid of falling.
I
but-
mean, I'm not going to recover as fast as I did before, but like, I haven't tripped or tipped over in a long time.
You made it. You got to a shot yesterday. Was that yesterday? That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to a shot on the pickleball court that I have never seen the likes of. That you would never in a million. I mean, you were way slower when you were 80 pounds heavier, obviously. But like even since you have been lost the weight, this was a shot I never in a million years thought you would get to, and you did.
That's what I'm saying. It's a stronger. Do I want to be even more? Yes.
Absolutely.
Am I willing to commit to working out 7 days a week? No. But I'm liking the cadence I got going. It's sustainable. Got the home TRX. I'm happy I invested in that.
That's good.
And then my last thing I'm just going to throw in there is, I love that I get to work from home. If I had the job that I have right now and I was having to drive in and have the days that I'm having, I would quit.
Yeah.
I would, honest to God, say, you know what? What do I have to do in my lifestyle now to not have to do this?
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine every day having that alarm get up and then like, I've got to print myself, physically go do whatever bitch and commute I have to do, and then get into sidle into an office, set up in a cubicle, have people coming around, having to hide my disdain if I'm in a meeting and someone
dealing
says
with
something
people
stupid,
interrupting you all day, like that would drive me bananas. Every job I've ever had, there's people always like circulating in and out of your office all day, and you're trying to get something done, and you're like, oh my
where's your
God,
mojo?
just get the fuck away
and
from
then
me.
just then the costs of it, and then you've got the commute home, and you're not even you're lucky you're home by 6:30, and then just to turn around,
I couldn't do it.
No,
literally could not do it ever.
That my mornings start at 6 a.m. and I'm on meetings
I know.
for other
You
people.
guys, this new generation has no idea the horror that they're missing out on by having to commute long
Well,
distances
I had
to
it
job.
for
She did.
3 years.
No,
but
that's true.
I did agree with that. Was me.
We all dealt with it.
Hold on, don't count me out yet. But I literally quit my job because I could not do it.
I know.
It was
Yeah.
no amount of money you can make me do.
I think
do
these
that.
companies are going to realize they are not going to be able to get a whole generation of people to do what we did because it's just not in
I
your
think
it's not
about
in your DNA to do that anymore.
When Zack was a baby, and it's 5 a.m., I get up to get myself ready, knowing that I have to get him up, even though he was still sleeping, by 6, get him fed, get him dressed and cleaned up and primped, get him go warm up the car if it was winter, get
Plug
him in
it
his
in.
car seat, and then get him to daycare, stick around as long as I could, watching my watch to see what my train was coming, to get him settled in at daycare. Hopefully it was a good day and he wasn't having separation anxiety. Then to get in my car and then go hunt for a bloody parking space near the train station that didn't require, a 500-yard dash
in the snow.
Get the car parked. Okay, I'm not going to get ticketed or towed. Great. To run to get on a train and proceed to then fight for a seat on the train, sit next to some stranger or whatever for 45 minutes, only to then get off the train in Chicago and have a mile walk where I'm cutting through buildings to stay warm and my little path to get my ass at my desk by 8 a.m.
And then there all day.
And then I'm there all day.
Enjoy your 1 hour, 30-minute lunch.
Yes, 30-minute lunch. And then to say,
At 5
okay.
o'clock.
I'm starting to dash into the train. Oh shit, if I don't catch the 5:05 train, I will be late at daycare and I may lose my spot at daycare, so the train better not hit anybody. The amount of stress that was involved in every single day of my life for like a 6-year span was absolutely unbearable. And I even when it's just describing it that way, I go, "Oh God!"
I know. Just listening to you is giving me gave me anxiety to think about it.
That was life.
Yeah.
And then forget the daycare cost. Back then $800 a month. So I'm paying for all that. My train ticket was $150 a month. My parking, it was just
And then driving, the sitting in
The waste
traffic.
of time. You're sitting on that train for so long. You're like, I could have worked out. I could have made dinner. I could have done laundry.
I was jealous of the people on the train who they were always the same 4 people, and they would get the four back, and they would play bridge. And I would say, like, oh, at least to them, it's like,
time.
I would read the newspaper. Or
and nowadays, I
something.
think more people on a train, like a train is even one thing, like where you could pull out a book and read and relax or whatever.
But getting to the train was always
getting to the train and get it back. But like sitting in traffic, where what are you doing? You're listening to a podcast. You're trying to relax. But you're still angry.
Well, and the erratic nature of, is this going to take me an hour? Is it going to take me 3? I don't know. And you have all these commitments.
Right.
So work from home. I think I can absolutely say
we can all put that in our love
I
category.
would have quit my job if
this new job,
because it's just too long. I am spent, and at least when I'm spent, I walk away from there and I can just flop on my bed in 10 steps and just be like, okay, I can catch up. It's not that the work is overly hard. It's just there's a lot of it.
The
and it's a
work-life
lot of
balance
meetings.
thing is a interesting thing. Like if you don't love what you do, you had better figure out how to love, really make the most out of your time away from work. Otherwise,
I'm architecting a weekend, because if I don't feel like I had a weekend, it makes tomorrow absolutely.
yeah, you've been really uptight about, not uptight, that's the wrong word, but like really like, we got to do stuff this weekend because your
like
job.
our Saturday last week, that got me through the week.
Your work weeks are sucking right now. It used to
And
be,
it's a lot of
you and I
meetings.
used to see each other every day. We would go, okay, today it's Monday, we're going to go have burgers.
And I know it's
blah,
going to
blah.
get better. It's part of the new job, as I have to go to every single one of the meetings I'm invited, because I don't know enough to know which ones I don't have to go to yet. I know this is going to get better, and that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It may not be for another 4 or 5, whatever months. It will get better. But right now, I am in solid, sometimes triple book meetings the entire day, which means if I want to get anything done, I'm doing it outside of work hours. And it's just, I'm
that sucks
exhausted. I'm exhausted. And, but it's going to get better. Hopefully I'm going to get a new rec. I'm going to get a new person added to the team. I love the people. The most recent one I added is she's phenomenal. It's going to get better. I've got to believe it's going to get better, or otherwise I'd walk away. But I did have the epiphany. If they had said, oh, by the way, now you have to go in the office, I'd be like, whatever we have to do, Ed, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
So there.
All right.
Do we have any other happy thoughts before we move on?
Yeah, me.
Okay.
Clean kitchen. And then my
There's
last,
something to be said for a clean
just
kitchen.
such a clean, good clean.
I like
kitchen.
it every night. Don't you want to go to bed
Yep.
with it being clean every
Mine
night?
is never clean every night.
Not anymore. Me either. Brett cooks all day, every day, which love
But
it.
he's got time to clean. Why isn't he
But
cleaning?
yeah, the
Not a
beans
good cleaner.
are
He's a good
everywhere.
kicker, not a
The
good
rice
cleaner.
is everywhere.
Kicker.
The floors are anyways.
Yeah.
I cleaned my kitchen before I came here, and then ChatGPT.
Oh, you
I
do
just
love
chat. It gives me crochet ideas, book ideas.
So you're big into
health food
you don't
work.
use Gemini or any of those others. You're big ChatGPT,
Yeah.
and you don't use the paid version. You use just
I do.
free.
I use a paid one now.
How much?
just
How much do you
work-
pay a month for that one?
$10.
Yeah.
Work emails, work
sorry.
ideas. Like I have to do a presentation next week at.
I'm sorry, but the floof is
ChatGPT.
so strong. I really want to
know.
go over and just
Oh,
pet that.
yeah.
And I know I'm going to be in
The murder
huge
mitten
trouble.
is dangling off
I
of
know.
the.
Not in a good mood.
I know, but
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
so
don't do it.
she's so
Yeah.
cute and floofy. I just want to go pet her.
You can look, but you can't.
Yeah,
know.
look, you can see it in the eyes.
I know she does. She's given me just total resting bitch face.
Yes,
That
she does.
Having a rough morning.
Yeah.
poor baby.
Any
Anyway,
other
Zach,
happy
any more?
thought? Yeah, Zach, no more
I'm good.
happiness.
Okay.
All right.
All right. What
So
else we
drink of the show. So we went to White Labs after the escape room. So what we decided to do today is just a non-alcoholic drink, and I have fallen in love with the brew it at home tea called Snarky Tea. Of course, it was on Shark Tank. And they have herbal and they have black and they have all these different flavors, and you just put them in these there's a little diffuser, and it goes into a giant mason jar, and I am loving it. I don't buy any more sodas. I'm trying to get Ed to have them. I sweeten them with honey, and there's like the flavor we had today was raspberry lemonade green tea. It was better than any kind of fruit juice, but it's not as much sugar. Loving the Snarky Tea. They have it where you can do like mocktails where they give you recipes like mix 1 scoop of raspberry lemonade with 1 of the blueberry pie, and they all have names like that. So
Nice.
Like Snarky Tea, it's not very expensive. I just had the little monthly subscription,
And tea is good for you.
yeah, and they have this. Most of the ones I'm doing are non-caffeinated. They do have a caffeinated one if you're so inclined to need caffeine.
All right.
And soup of the show was Elle's recommendation.
Because we were saying it doesn't necessarily have to be soup that you make at home, although people do make
Pho.
pho.
We
is
love
a soup.
pho.
Love pho.
And on these cold, rainy days like this, there's nothing
That
hits
sounds
better.
So good.
Yeah, right now,
Then
doesn't pho
pho.
sound good?
Can we get some?
Yeah, it's right after this. Let's go
Yeah.
get pho.
Oh, we're
so-
going?
We can.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not particularly hungry. We can split pho.
Yeah, we can split pho.
Or I can get my
fantastic.
condom.
Yeah, she gets these.
When we go to the Vietnamese place that we get pho at, I always get these. They're spring rolls. You know, they're wrapped in the.
It looks like a condom.
It looks like a condom. So it's like
Totally
shrimp.
looks like a condom.
Shrimp wrap.
Would you go out
condom.
with for pho with us, Zach? Or are you in for watching the Cavs here?
I was watching the Cavs.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Book recommendation. You haven't read this one yet. It's our book club coming up. I'm not done with it, but I'm enjoying it. And what's intriguing by it is it's written by a politician. So it's called While Justice Sleeps, and it's fiction.
So our new book club is basically 3 of us because we can't
Three or
just
four.
can't 3 or 4. We haven't really gotten a group together yet.
But we're loving the smallness
We're
of
loving
it.
the small group. But so after we finished our last book club, we were like, well, what do you guys want to read next? And I suggested, why don't we pick something kind of political? And so we were kind of Googling political
And this
books, and this came up.
So Stacey Abrams ran for the governor of Georgia twice, never won. And so she's a politician, but she has made most of her money writing books. And this is a nonfiction book, and it's about the Supreme Court and some scandal with the Supreme Court, which
Wait,
is
it's a nonfiction?
oh, sorry,
Fiction. Oh,
Fiction.
thank you.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, God,
She
I,
said fiction.
I don't read
Yeah.
nonfiction,
It's fiction, and it's good. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying listening to it. So I'm recommending it before I know the end of it, but so far it's got me.
All right.
And then my song, of course, is one of the bands we're going to be seeing at Cruel World.
She's so excited about Cruel World. I keep hearing
And
about
I
it.
found my concert shirt. So over the course of my life, there are a few T-shirts that have kind of made the cut and have stayed with me. And so I knew I had this shirt. I just was like, wasn't where it was supposed to be. Well, it turns out it was. It was just buried under some others. And it's my New Order Substance shirt from 1987.
Nice.
I found it and my Wax Track shirt. So I am going to wear New Order is going to be at Cruel World, and my song for today is Temptation. Love it. You're not really you haven't gotten
That's
into
Joy
New.
Division, right?
No, Temptation is New Order.
Are you sure?
Check it, man.
I'm trying to think of what song Temptation is. Give me a play it.
right.
Play it, Sam.
I'll have to do a little play. What, Zach's going to call me out on this?
Yeah. Wait, he's on a playlist with it.
He's on your playlist.
I don't think you had it on R1. I think.
I updated it today.
Oh, good.
Transmission. Never mind. You are right. You're right. Mom's right.
All right.
Wow.
Snaps for me.
Mom's right.
Snaps for me.
Mom's 100% right. I was thinking of transmission.
What song is that one? The one that she picked. It's a Temptation. Because all I can think of is Tempted, but
that's Squeeze.
Squeeze.
So, you talk about your song. I'll pull up Temptation. There.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Everyone knows this one.
All right. Yeah. Nope, that's good.
Oh, you've got green eyes. Oh, you've got gray eyes.
Oh, you've got okay.
Yeah.
And my song is Buffalo Springfield, For What It's Worth, because it's political. I've been,
Yes, the anger of the politics.
Paranoia strikes deep. I feel like I did that one already. Are you sure I didn't do that one before?
I didn't see it in the notes,
Oh.
and even if you did, it's worth coming up again.
All right. Yeah, it's a great song. Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going on.
And then my
Thought of the day.
thought of the day If it costs you your peace, it's too expensive.
Oh, that's a good one.
Miranda's like, let me let that sink in.
All right.
Okay, yeah, it's sunk.
Okay. I'm Elle,
And I'm Dylan.
and we both love soup.